What's going on, guys? Today we have the must-have cheats right now in Madden 26. So in today's video, I'm going to go through each position and show off which cards I think are cheats that are worth having on your team. These are not necessarily going to be like the best cards at each position, but cards that make sense to buy. I do vary off that maybe once or twice in today's video, but we're looking for cards that their price somewhat makes sense and makes them worth having if you need to fill that spot or fill that position on your team. And I try to limit it to the amount of cards I could pick per position because there are some pretty deep positions in this game. If you're looking to make a big purchase but don't have the coins, head over to MMOEXP for the cheapest, most reliable MUT coins on the market. Use my code FERDY at checkout for 6% off. A link for their website is in the description. But I do want to get started with the 32 team chem cards and just kind of go through what positions you probably need, because offensive line, if your team doesn't have a good left tackle, left guard, or right guard, you're going to have to use a cheat there, obviously. Tight end, I would say, is a pretty popular position to use either a 32 team chem card or a cheat. Even running back, because the 32 team chem cards are so expensive. If your team doesn't have a running back, also a very popular option. Of course, wide receiver, in the Are Your Teams episodes, I see teams that are just full 32 team chem cards at wide receiver, which is fine because they are actually very good, like Cooper Kupp and Dante Thornton, and maybe one extra one for your theme team or as a cheat. It's up to you. And then on defense, you're gonna have, it fills up pretty crazy, but of course the rank cards only get one per season, so you won't have this many, but I do want to show them off. So these are the 32 team chem cards in the game right now. DT is very deep, but I would say a DT, honestly, if you're not going to pick Devontae Wyatt when he drops, which I think RG3 will be the most popular option, there actually are some pretty good DTs that I think are better than all these guys, all the 32 team chem guys down here. Darian Porter, stud. Christian Gonzalez, very expensive. Carlton Davis I actually don't really like that much, but St. Juste, of course, any of his versions are still pretty good at this point because of that build in the all 32. So yeah, let's get straight to it. Getting started with the special teams, we got punter Thomas Morstead. There is the Michael Dixon card in game, but again, I'm trying to factor in something that makes sense. And unless you have like a Seattle team, you're probably not going, or unless you're going to build the Autumn Classic team as well, spending 300K on a punter just doesn't make too much sense to me. Especially when, the kick power is very good, but you rarely punt in this game. And I think Thomas Morstead makes sense for his price and how much you're going to use him. But he's just kind of nice to have with that 86 kick power, as a lot of teams, their punters don't have kick power like that. I know for me, whenever I got to punt the ball, it's like, all right, will this thing go 25 yards or not? So I think Thomas Morstead's price as a cheat and how much you're going to use him. If that bothers you and you have room, you just go get him for 20K and you kind of can just set it and forget about it. Kicker, if you still have Cam Little, you're fine, in my opinion. If you didn't miss out on Aubrey, it's okay. I would definitely look into the next kicker upgrade. It looks like they're going to keep doing these BND kickers for team of the week if someone deserves it, obviously. So yeah, if you didn't miss out on Aubrey, not a big deal. You still have Cam Little. I would just look to get the next one, whatever that one is going to be. I think that jump is worth it. All right, let's get started here on the defense. We got Jamal Adams. I think Jamal Adams is at strong safety as far as, is he the best strong safety in the game? No, he's not. I think the big AA, I think, is better. But a lot of these team builder 93s are obviously better, but I just don't, unless you have millions and millions of coins. These are very expensive cheats. They simply are. Obviously the cards are amazing. So I try to also find prices that kind of make sense. And to me, Jamal Adams is he makes perfect sense. The guy that can stop the run, can play coverage. He's 6'1", moves well, can be a user, can be a sub, or can play over the top as well. So I do like Jamal Adams a lot. I do like AA better, even his 92. I do like it better. His stats are so deep, and it's probably a better coverage. He's not as good, but against that run, man, as a sub linebacker, crazy card. Movement's crazy. Jumping 89, and this is an insane card. So either AA or Jamal, I would say, do make the most sense at this position as far as price. Heading over to free safety, I like Melifonwu, 6'3". Again, can be a user. I prefer both Jamal and AA to Melifonwu. I would play him over the top, as he won't be in many having to shed and stop the run situations, but does have very good pursuit. A very good card, big body, obviously. Very useful card. On-trail roll as well, kind of like Jamal and AA. At the last position, you have the slightly cheaper option, and then you have on-trail roll, who has that better speed, 6 foot, good coverage. good against the run. So I do like all those options at safety if you're looking for a safety. Cornerback, real easy here, real quick. It's going to be DeJean. The only issue with these cards is these abilities now, or the way they work. I don't really like it that much, but I feel like they kind of did them the most dirty that they could, honestly, as far as like those pre-bakes go. But it is what it is. DeJean still has amazing stats, and I would still probably use this version of the card. So if you look at it like that, I mean, it hurts his run support a little bit, but look what it does to his jumping, his acceleration, his speed. Even, I mean, it actually, you could argue, actually helps his run. You know, just conservative tackle, and you should be okay with him. But crazy good hit power, good block shed as well. So DeJean definitely makes it. Tariq Woolen as well. Price makes perfect sense. He's 6'4", 91 speed. Plug, play, card's amazing. This is definitely the best one, I think. Zion McCullum, 94 acceleration, 93 jumping, 6'2", man coverage, zone coverage, catching. Run support is decent, but very good cheats at corner right now. And cheats that also make sense price-wise, because there are so many very expensive cards right now. I didn't put Pat Surtain because I'm assuming people have crystals, but I also do like his price. If you don't have the crystals, you know, or the crystals from the first drop, I would use this Surtain card. He's actually pretty good. Also, Mel Blount I like. There's a lot of good options at corner right now, but I feel like these prices, 370 makes sense, under 300, and then for DeJean, it's what is his price right now? Under 300K for him too. So really good prices, really good cards, plug and play all around. At user, I will linebacker. I like Jahad Campbell a lot. The main reason for this, I mean, his base card is obviously very good, but I like the ability to be able to do this right here, which is going to hurt his awareness and play rec. But if you're usering the card, those stats do not matter. So you're going to have the crazy high jumping, the good acceleration, the speed, the run support, and then even in coverage, he even has 90 zone coverage if you find yourself switch sticking middle of the play. So I really like Jahad Campbell's card as a plug and play, and I like his price even more. 60K for this card is straight up insane. Put him in, whether you want to put him actually in your lineup or put him just at sub linebacker, just an amazing card. So, Jahad Campbell. The next one is someone that you may never expect me to say this, but for whatever reason, whenever I play this dude, he goes crazy, and I actually don't know why. But Chris Board, I don't know. Listen, I don't know. I don't know. I can't explain it. I can't explain it, really. Maybe because I play him on these theme teams, I don't know what it is, but he has to be mentioned in today's video. Okay, Mike linebacker gonna be Luke Kuechly, and then if you have him upgraded, I think the best cheat user option, besides maybe Jahad Campbell, honestly, because Jahad's stats do go pretty crazy. But if you have Shazier, still a great cheat, still a great user option. I do like him a lot. He has that longevity, and he has that Shazier aura as well, which definitely has helped him out a lot. Sam linebacker, I normally do skip, but I do like Tatum Bethune. If you could upgrade the card as well, give him like really good run support, good in coverage. Again, if you're going to use the card, I would definitely recommend doing this. This is actually a card I'm considering picking up for my team because I need linebackers that can be somewhat versatile. He can't really rush the passer, but he's good against the run, and then he can also play amazing coverage. Like, look at his coverage stats down here. So as a user, he's good. If you need like a versatile linebacker, can't really rush the passer that well. That's the only downfall of this card. A part of me does kind of wish that when you upgraded him or give him his alternate version, it added some pass, like at least 80 somewhere. But no, you don't get that with Tatum, unfortunately. Heading over to DT, I actually have 3 options, which is kind of a cop-out, but you guys know I love acceleration. So Kobe Turner, 81 speed, 90 acceleration. Tremendous. Okay. Then Gerald McCoy. This is like the cheaper option, by the way. Then Gerald McCoy, who I love. And then finally, Tommy Harris's card is so damn good, man. This is one of the best cards in the game. Even at a 92. At a 93, this card gets even crazier, obviously. But this card is so good. This card is so good right here. Tommy Harris, stud card. Stud card. Probably my biggest recommendation. I feel like DT is a position where you can get away with it. And honestly, I would say all these guys are better than all the 32s that you can get, than the all 32s you can get right now in the game at this position. Besides probably Devonta Wyatt when he comes out. So keep that in mind. Right edge, I was like, I really couldn't find someone I liked that made sense price-wise because I'm not in love with Justin Smith. Bitonio, I feel like it's just too much, especially now with the abilities and how they work. Daniel Hunter's solid. Even I like Byron Young's card. 95 pound was pretty nice. Lawrence Taylor, I considered, but no. So I ended up landing on Myles Garrett. He does play well in game. A little bit slower off that edge. But I mean, rental price Lawrence Taylor is not bad either. I don't hate it, to be honest. So I would say Lawrence or Myles Garrett are both not bad options. Left edge, again, it was kind of the same thing when I was on the I didn't know who to go with. TJ Watt, I'm not in love with this card for 500K, really. Justin Tuck, maybe, yeah, I mean, that's not bad. Jared Verse, probably too much. DeMarcus Lawrence, I feel like too slow and doesn't have a 90 stat. I was still considering Abdul Carter, but with the new pre-bakes and stuff, I left him off, but he's still obviously good. And then even Micah Parsons, again, if you don't have the crystals, I like this card. He's 90, 90, 88 speed, which is obviously insane. If you don't have the crystals, you can run Micah and Surtain, and those are two really good cheat options, but you don't have that +1 speed on the rest of the team, which is not worth it. I would just go get Ed Too Tall, who makes sense, has good stats as well. I like his card a lot, has good speed. So all around, Ed Too Tall is a demon, and his cards always do play well. All right, heading over to offense. The best cheat here at right tackle, but odds are you have Membu. And if you have Membu, you stick with Membu, obviously. But Forrest Gregg, 73 speed, insane. 90 run block, 88 pass block, 90s to mid 80s to high 80s in all his run blocking stats. But the big draw for him to me is that speed. Will Shields is the next one. I like the speed, and I like the 90-90, of course. But also, right guard is, if you may have had Tate Rutledge, they did massacre the abilities a little bit, so you're probably looking for someone else. I do like Miners too, not in that way. I like Quinn Miners. And then Will Shields is obviously very good too. And then center, I went with a lower overall here, but his stats are actually really damn good. And that is Cooper Beebe here. He's actually really nice. The speed's the main draw again. I love the speed on the offensive line, but look at these stats for a card for 50K, which is just insane. I mean, Rayola's the best. Even Hilgenberg is good, but to me, you really couldn't beat the value that Cooper Beebe brought. Like 50K for that card is insane. Kind of the Jahad Campbell of the offensive line. Tight end, you might have expected someone else here. I'm going to go Gunnar Helm as far as the one that makes sense. My one issue with the card really is third down threat 2 AP, but you don't even need to run abilities on him. Don't even activate his damn abilities, and he's going to be okay. I like his speed. I like his build. That's if you need a tight end, right? But if you want to spend a little bit more, which I do think is worth it at this position, because a lot of teams don't have good tight ends, and maybe you didn't go Njoku, or you don't want to go get Trey McBride. Obviously, Brock Bowers, great. Finley, Heap. If you get any of these three cards, you're fine in that price range. These somewhat do make sense to me. Strange, probably not, because of I just don't. I mean, he's a good block. He's good. You know what? I lump him in that conversation. And also, he's an LTD, so his price won't drop too much, even when the market changes, which is nice. So that's pretty good. But yeah, I would say, yeah, Strange, Helm for the price I like a lot. But if you have that 500K to shell out, these three are very good cheats. But I think for more people, Gunnar Helm does make sense. Again, do not activate his abilities. I don't think it's worth it. But Gunnar Helm's nice. And then Trey McBride for a mil, though. Pretty tough to beat. And if you have crystals, that's 91 speed on a 50-50, which is pretty nice. So that's where we're at tight end. Moving over to left guard. I want to add an order, didn't I? Did I ever show up a left guard? Wait, what did I skip some? Oh, I did skip left guard. Okay. Oh, and I skipped. Okay, we've been out of order a little bit. That's okay. Left guard, give me Dylan Fairchild here. Speed not really there, but these stats are amazing for 300K. Crazy. And then we have Trent Williams. Okay, left. I went out of position a little bit, or out of order. But Trent Williams, I love his card, obviously. Boyles, you can go as well. Or Bowles, sorry. Andrew Thomas, I think he was in the last one. But even in this range, the 230, 137 for Jonathan Ogden is tremendous. Look at this card. Only thing he lacks really is the lead block, impact block. But he's 6'9", big body out there, going crazy. So there's good options here. Any of these three, I'd say. I even mentioned him in the breakouts video. Calvin Banks card's pretty good too, as well. I wouldn't do the alter ego thing, but it's just kind of swapping the pass block, run block. So if you want to be more run block, there you go. You can go ahead and do that. But I do like him as well for 70K. So you really can't go wrong at left tackle. Wide receiver, Irving Fryer is Fryer. I don't know why I said it like that. He's real good. 300K for him. 92 speed on his card. The route running is a little bit lower than what we are kind of seeing right now, but it's that straight up speed that I love on this card, man. I really do. Another one I do really like, and I think this could be just because I have him on a theme team, but I don't know if Brandon Marshall plays crazy for me. Like, he moves crazy in game. I do like him a lot for his price. Emeka Ibuka is still a good option. He's 200K now. He's still an amazing option. Again, you don't have to activate the abilities. Just put him in the upgrade, and you have this card right here on your team. Out the box. That's crazy. Emeka Ibuka, I do like him a lot. Obviously, you can look closer to the top. Even still, Calvin Johnson's card, if you have this version, amazing as a cheat still at this point. But Justin Jefferson, I feel like too much. I feel like if he came out with some other good cards, he wouldn't be this much because people would be opening up more packs. I feel like a lot of people didn't really chase this team. Well, I haven't done our teams yet, so I don't know. Maybe we'll see only autumn classic teams, but I feel like his price is kind of up, but his price shouldn't be that. He should be closer to $1 million, honestly. Ted McMillan, it kind of makes sense why he's so much because people want to buy his card because he's very good, but Team of the Week is in a promo that people usually will open packs for, so his prices stay up. But there are some ones I like, obviously, that have to make sense price-wise. I think AJ Green next week when he's 400K will make a lot of sense and be a very good card. Even 92 from Belindikov, Galloway. I would probably prefer AJ Green to that, honestly. I probably would. And I would probably say, I mean, Travis Hunter's in a tough spot. No, I would. Travis Hunter's in a tough spot because you got to run that mid-zone on him. Yeah, Hunter, they kind of, that's unfortunate. I guess just, I mean, but the Iron Man is good, though. I don't know. How are y'all using Travis Hunter after the update to the AP? Let me know down below. Let me know. But even Tyreek Hill's still good. So if you have like 91, 92, 90 speed with a good build, or like 91 speed, obviously 92 is good. We should start seeing some more 92 speed guys out there. And as far as like budget cards, like Rashid Shaheed's a good card too, who won't be on here, but he's good too. Heading over to running back again. I mentioned it earlier with the positions, right? You're shelling out $2 million for him. It's gonna be, I think it's, I mean, if you didn't pick him, you didn't pick him, but you could buy him for $4 million. If you have this card, you're cool right now at this position, obviously. But running back's a very expensive position in game right now. So where do you go at running back? I think there is a way to not spend that many coins and get a good running back, and I think the option is definitely Terrell Davis. I think he's the clear option. Mainly, I even do like Thomas too. I like Thurman Thomas, but they're around the same price, and I would pay the extra for Terrell Davis if you have no team ties. At running back, you have the stock COD, you have the speed, you have the juke move, you have the agility, you have the break tackle, you have a good build. So to me, Terrell Davis, if you're looking to be in that super premier range, it's him. If you are going to build an Autumn Classic team, then you use Jonathan Taylor, obviously, because you actually are able to get him up to 90 COD if you have Autumn Classic team, and that's all you need. So it's possible. And then Achan, I think no 90 COD. Genty, I don't hate. Gale Sayers is just too expensive still at this point. So I think the one that does make the most sense, honestly, yeah, it is TD. It's TD at running back for 500K. If you don't need the COD, then like I love Eric Dickerson for 300K right there. Any other good options? Even Joe Mixon 200K is kind of crazy. I guess it makes sense though. Even against Saquon if you don't have the first crystal drop, but to me it is TD. It is TD. Okay, let's go over to our QB to round this thing off today. And to me, Testaverde is right now, if you want to use set feed or pass lead, he's the guy. Okay, I think he honestly is the guy at QB. But I do think he's going to get dethroned very quickly. Like, very quickly if you want to go Dan. If you have his team, you can. Unitas, obviously, they all get the same abilities. And then once RG3 comes out, obviously everyone's going to go RG3 because he's pretty much Testaverde with 95 speed potentially on the top 100 and 94 on the lower version. But if I had to go cheaper, it would still be these three guys because you still do get set feet lead, which is still a very good ability in game. However, if you don't need it, right? If you don't need it, you could definitely get away with running a little bit cheaper. You definitely could. I actually do still like Bo Nix card because he does get like Pocket Deadeye. You would probably use it anyway on him. You probably would. And you can go Fearless too, which I like. But QB right now, I'd say I see a variation of quarterbacks online. Still Cam Newton's good, obviously, with the gunslinger. Lamar Jackson is always a good option. You always kind of will see him online, obviously. So, yeah, QB you have your options. But honestly, I think right now in the current moment with the QBs that we know are coming out, we have in game, if you want to spend the big bucks, here are your options. I like all three of them. But if not, I like all three of them down here too. I like them all because you still get pass lead, set feet. You know, if you play just a little bit different, and most likely Testaverde is going to be someone that you utilize more with the set feet from the pocket, if that makes sense. And he gets a bunch of theme teams too, so you may already have one of him already. So that is the must-have cheats right now in Madden 26. Comment down below if I didn't miss anybody. Comment down below if there's anyone that you've been rocking with that you really like in game. And hey, hit the subscribe button. We are about 100 subscribers away. 100 subscribers away. That means if everyone who's not subscribed watching this video right now hits the subscribe button, we'll hit 50K tonight. But I'm trying to hit it by the end of the year. So, you know, maybe hit the subscribe button, turn notifications. Watch these videos if you haven't yet already. I read your teams tomorrow, and I'll see you boys in that one. Have a great rest of your day. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye.